Students, today I'm going to explain to you some important questions in grade 10. First point, how to find length of a line segment using Pythagorean theorem to calculate the length of the hypotenuse. Now let me show you some examples here. In example 1 here, we want the length of this side, which is D. As you can see, D is the hypotenuse of the triangle, of the right triangle. So as you know the rule of the Pythagorean theorem, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. So that here just we use this Pythagorean theorem. Here let me directly start by here, an example from here. Use the Pythagorean theorem to determine the length of each segment in the figure shown. Here he want AB. He want the length of the line segment AB. As you can see, AB represents the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So AB squared equals, now as you know, the sum of the length of the two right sides. So this right side 1 2 3, it's 3 units, so 3 squared, plus this one 1 2 3, as you can see here, it's also 3 units, so 3 squared, equals 9 plus 9 equals 18. So this AB squared, so AB equals root of 18. Now in the second example, we want to find length of CD. So how I find it? CD, as you can see here, CD is the Pythagorean, the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So CD squared equals, now we need the sum of the other two right sides, sum of the squares of the two right sides. So this side is 1 2 3 3 units, so 3 squared, plus this side is 1 2 3 4 5 units, so 5 squared equals 3 squared equals 9, plus 5 squared equals 25. 9 plus 25 equals 34. So CD equals root of 34. Now let me discuss with you another important point, which is how to find the midpoint, the coordinates of midpoint here, as you can see in this example here. To find the midpoint of a line segment, calculate average of the x coordinate and average of the y coordinate. As you know, to find the average, you add this means to find the x coordinate, you add the x's and divide by 2, and to find the y coordinate of the midpoint, you add the y's and divide by 2. Now here, if you have these 2 points, x -4 3 and y 2 2. Now to find the x coordinate of the midpoint here, I add the x's. I add the x coordinate of x and y. So -4 plus 2 equals -2 over 2. And the y, I add the y's. 3 plus 2 equals 5 over 2 equals here -2 over 2, -1, and 5 over 2 is 5 over 2. Now let me go to another some examples of this point. Here, let's do this example. Here, to find the x coordinate, we add the x's divided by 2, we find the average of the x's. So -6 plus -3 equals -9 over 2, and here the y's 1 and -3, 1 plus -3 equals -2 over 2 equals, or we can write as -2, -9 over 2, the x coordinate, and the y coordinate is -1. Here we have discussed 2 points using Pythagorean theorem to find the distance or the length of the line segment, and find the coordinates of the midpoint. Now let's go to another page. Let's go to another page. Here, just a very easy lesson. Angles are classified by their measure. We have 4 kinds: acute angle between 0 and 90, like this, and right angle exactly 90. They mostly will be drawn by the square corner, and obtuse angle between 90 and 180. For example, look at this angle, it's about 130, and this straight angle, it's 180. So now, just to find the classify each angle, so we need just to mention what kind of this angle. This angle is straight angle, as you know, it's 180. Here, obtuse. Here, look at this, it's acute angle, and this right angle. Now let's go to another point. Here I want to discuss some kinds of transformations. Here this as you remember, translation is a slide left or right, up or down, just to move the figure, and this is considered as rigid motion because it keeps the size and the shape. This kind of rigid motion, yes, he will ask me in the next question if it's rigid motion or no. Here, reflection, which is flip over a line, is like mirror, and rotation is turn around a point, and dilation is shrink or stretch. So dilation is not a rigid motion because it changed the size. Now state the type of transformation, then determine whether transformation is a rigid motion. And the first one, as you can see, it did like this. It's rotation. It's what? Rotation, and it's a rigid motion. It is a rigid motion. Second one, as you see, it was stretched. So it was stretched, so it is dilation. And it's not a rigid, as we mentioned, a rigid motion. Here it's flip, it's mirror, so we can say this reflection, and it's already rigid motion because it keeps the size and the shape. And this one, last one, it's just movement, it's just sliding from here to there, so it is translation. So this kind is a rigid motion also. Now last step today will be next lesson we will discuss the conditional statements. Yes, now I will discuss it with you. A conditional statement has if and then. The hypothesis always comes after if, and the conclusion comes after then. So let's start. This conditional statements. If angles are vertical angles, then they are congruent angles. They are equal angles. So this after if, this what we call this hypothesis. This the hypothesis. We write it here, and the then clause is the conclusion. This is the conclusion. We write it here. I write it in different. I circulate in different color. Here, number 2, conditional statement. If an angle measures 90, then let's say then the angle is right angle. So this the hypothesis, and this here the then clause is the conclusion. Now a counterexample is example that proves a claim is false. Yes, when we say a claim, this is a claim, the sum of all odd numbers is odd. So we bring a counter example, which example that prove it's wrong. So when we say 3 plus 3 equals 6, so 3 and 3 are odd numbers, but their sum is 6, is even number. So the claim is false. I'll give you example. Determine if a claim is true or false. If the claim is false, provide a counter example. Squaring a number will always make it a greater number. So mostly if we square a number, most of numbers, it will be a greater number. For example, 2 squared equals 4. But if it's 1 squared equals 1, so it's not a greater number, it's the same number. So it is false. It is false claim. Where is the example? We bring this example with 1. I hope this video is beneficial for you, my students in grade 10. And if you like the video, don't forget to press like, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, Mr. Muad JB Math and English, and turn on notifications. Thank you very much.